Yes, this is still Signature Morning on Signature TV. Yes, we are, like you said, we are loaded. We've been, before today, we've been talking about the issue of students, what's happening in our tertiary institutions, the university. And right now we want to talk a bit more about it. We have an interesting guest. I'll let you meet him in person. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, my dear?
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Sometimes it's always good, you know, when the person owns up to the name. That's why I want to give him the privilege to pronounce his name. What's your name? As in, tell my viewers your name. We know your name already.
I'm Professor Nnamdi Okeonwa.
Thank you very much. Now, you know about what is with us and the Nigerian institution. First off, what's your overview of the Nigerian institution?
Nigerian institution. There's one thing I've always said, and I want it to be what will carry me through. Some people begin to think that the standard of education is falling in this country. There's nothing wrong with the standard. In fact, the standard is higher. It's the attitude to education that is a problem. The attitude to education has changed. People who are in there are behaving like people who are not interested in what they're doing. They're behaving like people who are forced. You must go through this for my sake. And so you see them not interested in what they're doing. They don't pay attention, and at least they are falling deep into the world of mobile phones. The mobile phone is the biggest teacher. It's in charge of everything. It steals all the attention. Let's not bother about what it teaches them. But we know that education is in trouble in this country. It may not only be from the students, it may also be from the quality of teachers. Because whether you like it or not, I want to say this. Teaching, especially in the tertiary, or even in the secondary schools, teaching should be a calling, like the calling of a priest. You need to be dedicated. In fact, you need to have passion for teaching in order to teach. It's not just coming and talking and then perhaps pouring out what you have crammed or what you're not too sure about. Because of the attitude of some of the lecturers, perhaps when students ask questions, either you silence them or you call them names that make them feel that they know nothing and you dampen their interest. Each time they come into your class, nothing happens. They just look at you. And I've always said, at times, if you come into a class, let's say 1 hour class, and you're through, you're about to go out, you ask any questions, and your class is quiet. You will assume that either they understood everything you said, or they understood nothing at all. If you walk out, then it's a serious issue. So, in Nigeria, for example, because I've been in education all my life. From the very first day I finished youth corps. I won't talk about the years now because some of you will start fainting.
Even though we're interested.
By then, to have a degree and finish youth service makes you marketable. I went for an interview at the University of Calabar. And after the interview, they told me, as soon as you're through, please come. We passed out. The next day, I was on a vehicle taking me from Ibadan to Calabar. And I started work there.
Wow.
That's where the experience started. That's where I started seeing. But then, the quality was okay. The students were not as young as the ones we have now. Some were working. Some were paying their fees. So that gives them some reason to be serious-minded about what they're doing. But now the quality of those who have are those whose parents are forcing, you must go to school.
Right. Again, let's talk about this issue of the rising cases of degrees, or the rising cases of fake degrees in our institution. For you, as someone who has played in that field for a long time, what causes people to have fake degrees? Is it as a result of how porous the university is, or how poor the university players are? What are the factors that causes people to have fake degrees? That's on the part of the people who purchase it, and on the part of people who give it, and on the system that allows it.
By fake degrees, now what do you exactly mean by fake degrees? Degrees that are not genuine?
Yes.
Not issued by the university? Or the
Maybe issued from the university.
There are some that are issued by the university, but they're not authentic.
I have an experience, I will say, before I answer this question. There are two universities in the University of in the Benin Republic. They issue Nigerian degree certificates. Two universities. I have been invited there once to do my adjunct. When I came in, honestly, the people I met there are not supposed to be gatemen in the universities. So I wasn't surprised. There was a flock of Nigerians coming. There were more Nigerian students there than Benin students.
Obtaining a Nigerian
degree. And you will see genuinely signed by those who should have signed it in Nigeria.
No, the institution there is giving certificate of institution in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, yes. Duly signed. So they come there, they tell you how much you will pay. You will get, let's say, the University of Nigeria, you get Ibadan, you get Ilorin, you get Ahmadu Bello, you get. Nigerians doing that outside. What cannot be done in Nigeria can be done in the University of Benin Republic. Oh, it was in the news. It was in the news.
Yes.
So these things, these perpetrators, are they Nigerians or are they Benin Republicans?
Okay, let me tell you this. Nigerians are smarter than Benin Republic people, so they can do anything in their country without they even knowing what's happening. They can do that. They can set out the courses, give them the normal courses they do, fine. But the actual certificate they carry away, because that's what they want, that's what they're paying for. What will baffle you is, how come these certificates are genuinely signed by those who should sign them in our country?
Is it like an affiliate school?
It's not an affiliate school, but there are more Nigerian lecturers there than in the Republic lecturers. And there are more Nigerian students there.
It's a school.
Authorized by the government in Benin Republic.
Wow.
They are still there. I don't like mentioning names when I come to the city. There's one Nigerian, he's vying for governorship in one of the states in November, who owns one of these universities I'm talking about. Okay,
so these institutions are owned by Nigerians?
Not all, I know of one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you think is the primary reason why people go for fake degrees?
When you find that where you're staying you're not getting the genuine one, you go for the fake one.
No, explain that.
If you can't get the genuine one, the fake one will do. It will look like. It may not be, but it will look like. So,
well, what pushes people if you're not interested in schooling? What will make you to go for what you're not interested to get a certificate from what you didn't go? So my point is, what's the primary reason
for the
why
people?
Yes, why people actually even think there is need for a fake certificate?
You want the society to accept you as what you are not. Simple as that. I didn't finish secondary school, but I want to look like a graduate. Most times we don't ask too many questions. He provides the papers. Look at them, genuine papers, everything, jam scores, everything, his school cert, everything genuine. Ah, no. He gets the job. He gets the job. There are many people in Nigeria who are not where they are supposed to be, or they're not supposed to be where they are.
Because they use fake certificates.
That's right. Oh, it's very common, very common, very common. I don't want to go into the issue of how the so-called genuine ones come. The so-called genuine ones might not be genuine. I could find two people, you and my sister. I sit in between. We're writing an exam. You're feeding me. You are feeding me. At the end of the day, as a lecturer, I have had a situation where I saw a student make an A in a paper, in a course I taught. And I think from my experience, I know quite a lot of them. That person, even if he stays in the university for 20 years, will not get an A. But he got an A.
Wow.
Not only I saw several A's, then I won't mention schools. Then I was head of department also, because I've been head of department in several places. When I saw the results, and I know the person in question, I said, A. I quietly, I didn't want to make him proactive. I quietly called one or two of them. Can I get the script of this student? The guys are fretting. Can I get the paper? You're still having it, the script. I got furious. And then he brought the paper. I said, no. Question 1, 16/20. Tell me what was written there.
Couldn't.
If I didn't make that kind of,
you would have gone with an A.
Straight away, genuinely, acquire positions that ordinarily he wouldn't have. And there are many such people in this country. Many such people. Many such people. You're thinking of who have people who is not just having fake in all levels, first degree, second degree, even PhD. There was a program I watched yesterday. A guy was defending his project. You know, when we talk about fake, somebody can write a project and give you, please go and defend. Your passing will depend on whether you defend well or not on the writing.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, no, you may not know. If the person is able to talk confidently,
yes,
he goes. There's nothing you can do about it. Yes. But I can tell you that AI can do a lot of things these days. These days. So you find that except you have prior knowledge of these students before you, what you find in the paper may not be
what they wrote. Absolutely.
So how does the proliferation of these fake degrees, how does it affect the integrity and reputation of Nigeria education institution or system?
You should. I know you know the answer. You're just asking me.
Yeah, in your opinion, I want
kills.
to label it.
It kills the image of the university. It kills the image of education in the country. It kills the image of education in the country. It's just like if perhaps you leave Nigeria, go to somewhere else, and they have had the story about what Nigeria is like. Or you will get back to you, and they never get back to you. They never get back to you. That will be serious. So it has gotten to that level. Now, if we're not careful, we'll get to a point where we will not be acceptable, even no matter how big the certificate is. It has started happening, no? It has started happening. It has started happening. If your passport goes through, well, okay. The papers you bring along, fine. Smart people will discover from what you say, how you do it. They will know whether you deserve this big paper you're showing us. The paper will go a long way in finding an answer to problems like this.
How does the foreign, I know you have had several experiences, how do countries around the world and universities around the world curb this menace of fake degrees? We've also seen and heard people, even within the institution, issue fake degrees. I mean, coming from the registrar even to the vice chancellor, issuing fake degrees, collective monies. How does, other institutions around the world that are, very good institutions, curb fake degrees from the institution within the school that the universities in Nigeria can learn?
I can tell you this. When we talk about fake degrees, no registrar will be involved, no registrar will be involved, no vice chancellor will be involved. We'll begin to cast shadows on perhaps the lecturers, apart from the registrar. The registry has a large number of people working under them. They know their registrar's signature, not this signature, not this our signature. They know the registrar's signature. They can duplicate it very, very well.
Wow.
Then when they make friends with those in the exam offices, a lot of things can happen. The results can come from the department, go to the faculty, go to the university's Senate exam committee, right? Because once it passes through the Senate exam committee and gets finally to Senate, Senate gives the final approval, right? And they may not go through the entire processes. Oh, you say it's okay, then it's okay. And you say it's okay, it's done. Approved, everybody will shout approved. And that goes. So you find that it's not going to be impossible to stop such things. It can be stopped when we're all genuine. But we'll find that in this country, there's one word, one expression that is very, very common, very acceptable: shortcut. There are short ways of doing things, and nobody wants to go the entire journey. You want to have the route cut short for you so that you go easily.
What do you advise generally as we wrap up?
First of all, we need to have genuine people in the genuine places. We have many fake people.
In fake places.
In fake places.
Or in genuine places.
In genuine places. They take the place of the genuine people. Right? The question is now, in appointments, right? We live in a country where brotherhood, we're in the same church, we're in the same, we come from the same local government. These issues matter. Anybody who tells you it doesn't matter is a lie. It matters. And perhaps it's possible that these things can be covered. If the guy who works in my office does that, and he is caught, oh no, I will pretend I don't know you. I will pretend that I've never seen you before. I'll be the one to shout most. Let me give an ugly experience. When I left Calabar, I came down to Enugu. I won't tell you why I left Calabar. I won't tell you. I won't say it here. I will just say that the stories you hear about Calabar women is not fake news. Genuine. I was a young unmarried man then. I ran away. I had to run to survive. I had to run to survive. So, came back. First, I came into IMT. IMT then, very high standard. Most people leave the university to come into IMT. I enjoyed coming into it. One day, we were having exams. And I saw a girl who was very uncomfortable. When I passed by, she's uncomfortable. So I came close to her. Oh, give me. She looked at me. I said, give me or I'll slap you. Then she gave me the material she was holding. I called one of my friends who was also admittable. I said, come, come, come. The girl jumped out and held me. So I don't do this from you. We are from the same town. I won't mention my town. We are from the same town. So you can't do this too. And she shouted the name of the town. Hi. I said, okay, you have told the world now we're from the same place. That would be my reason for leaving. For leaving you. No, but she was dragged out and expelled from the school.
What kind of material?
Materials relevant to
the
exam they're taking. So, and there are many people who begin to collaborate with students at that level. At that level. That's where the fakeness begins, right? Until it gets to the hand of the lecturer. There are some lecturers who can be approached, right? One thing, I can't vouch for any other person, but I can vouch for myself. And I know that the number of students who have gone through me can vouch for me.
Thank you so much, Professor Nnamdi Okenwa. It's been an amazing time, and thank you so much for the insight. I want to believe that we will be better, and thank you so much. Signature TV actually appreciates your input on this matter.
Thank you.
Up next, we